Let's go. I mean, did the remastered have a, you know, an intro like this? I don't think it did. I don't remember the remastered 2. Let's go. We're getting into Broken Sword 2, the original. It does look a bit pixelated, but you know what? It's all about the nostalgia. What we experienced back in the younger days. That's what I get. That's the feeling I get from playing the original. Broken Sword 2. The Smoking Mirror.
This must be the place. Professor Ubier's house.
Looks pretty creepy. I'd been away from Paris and hadn't seen Nico for nearly 6 months. I wanted to celebrate our reunion, but she had other plans. An appointment with an archaeologist. Something to do with a Mayan stone she came across while researching the story.
Sago13, welcome to the stream.
Didn't look much like
We're Sago. So we're starting over from the beginning with the original, and you know, I just wasn't feeling the nostalgia from the remastered like I am with this one. I thought I'm just gonna speedrun it, do a quick speedrun to where we got to before, and then continue. Should take me just 5 minutes. Should be a 5-minute job. And here we have George getting his ass knocked out. Nico put to sleep. Easter egg in the painting. The painting. Oh, is that from Broken Sword 1? From Spain, Verge 999. Is that where it's from? Yeah, it does. It looks like the Spain. What was the place called? Vasconcelos. But you can remember everything up till then. Says Amiga. See, look, even though these graphics are more pixelated... Hold on, have I got the max graphics setting? Hold on, let me just quickly do this bit. Alright, I can't go into the menu yet. Let's do this bit. See, this is different. It's got all these things. Let's see the setting here. Graphics quality max. Right. We're good.
I glanced, no such luck. But I noticed one corner of the bookcase was supported by a loose block of wood.
We're gonna get through this first part in rocket speed.
Maybe I'd been
because I just did this 2 days ago.
But it was a question of survival. Of course, I was still tied to a chair in a burning house with no
And then
way to
after
escape.
that, it's gonna be like a completely new game. A new game. Because I don't remember anything from 26 years ago. Barely anything.
With one mighty bound, our hero
Verge says, you started the original version?
deal with that fire.
Cool. Yeah, Verge, I started this original version because, you know, I wasn't feeling the nostalgia from the remastered. It was too polished, too modern.
Small decorated pot.
Playing the original version really gives me the, you know, the nostalgia and the experience I had when I first played this 26 years ago. Let's open this.
Inside, I found a bottle of tequila. Normally, I didn't drink strong spirits, but today was... Ew. Disgusting. Not only did the tequila burn like hell, I just managed to stop myself from swallowing the worm.
Let's pick up the worm.
There was something short, fleshy, and gross on the carpet. It was the worm from the bottle of tequila.
And guys, look at this. Look at the way the font is showing up on screen for the dialogue. Before it was up here in the corner, and it showed some kind of like picture, an avatar of George Stobart, and then there was like text on the side. I don't think I was too fond of that in the remastered version, if I'm going to be honest. It kind of felt like a mobile game or something. But this version, the way the text is, just like the first one, I think it is. Just like the first one.
Number containing a lipstick, a handwritten note, and a pair of nylon panties with a large love heart emblazoned across the front. It occurred to me that Nico's tastes must have really changed while I was away. Well, they could be useful.
Get those panties, George. Get those panties. And look, how do I check my inventory? Just like in the first one. In the last one, there was like a briefcase here. I click in the briefcase and it shows up in the middle, and I was like, I don't remember that. This game was not like that when I played it. It just didn't feel right. But having it like this is the way it should be. Just like in the first original version we just played there. Right. Let's pick the dart up. Amiga. It says
That dart was
much
sharper than
better
mosquitoes
playing
in the
original,
business.
definitely nicer feel
This
to
didn't
it.
deter me from
Yes.
doing it anyway.
That's how I feel. In the future, you know what? I'll definitely try out the remastered of 1 and the remastered of this. Or the director's cut of 1 and the remastered of this. I'll try it in the future. Definitely.
The cabinet was locked. As I released the lock, something blew the doors open.
Yeah, this is much better, says Stem Cell. Sago says, oh yeah, it's awesome. Yes. Listen guys, I just want to say, if I miss any of your chat and I don't see it, I apologize.
The panties I'd found in Nico's bag were just what I needed to wrap around the hot cylinder.
And that's what we do, guys. Nicely in there. Into the bottle.
The cylinder gave out a faint hiss as the valve opened. Huh? Now I had one primed up and ready to use extinguisher.
Let's do this.
With a well-aimed squirt of the soda fountain, our unshakable hero saved the day. Now it was time to start looking for Nico. I wasn't going to burn myself on that red-hot doorknob, and it wasn't the time for subtlety.
Oh yes, George. That's how you do it.
The phone was no use to me. Apart from Nico, there was no one in Paris I wanted to call.
Alright, we go to this
The phone
phone.
was no use to me.
Go to this. News cutting. Wait. Before I go there, do I even need to do this? Can I just
The pot contained a key.
right click that? Now we have the key. And now we're out.
I unlocked the door.
You need to call? Okay.
The phone was no use to me.
You both
I'd
need
found
to
a
call
piece of newspaper folded in
Libano,
two.
and you need the news cutting.
It referred to a
Says
forthcoming
Sago.
eclipse of the sun.
And
Unfortunately, it
Amiga.
wouldn't be visible from Europe. The best place to view the eclipse would be Mexico.
Oh, I missed the news cutting last time as well. I see. Now I have it. It's a good
The
thing I
phone
have
was
it
no
now.
use to me. The phone was no use to me.
Why is he not making a call? You need to use something in your inventory to find Libano's number.
I guess I had no business reading the note, but I figured it might give me a clue to what Nico was involved in. It was from Andre Labano, the history student Nico had
Thank
known
you,
at
Sago.
college. The letter was sentimental mush, and revealed that the exotic lingerie, as he called it, was a gift from him. It gave his telephone number. Labano figured himself as a rival for Nico's affections, but I couldn't believe that that creep was in the running.
Sending Nico panties with love hearts on it. How dare he?
Much as I disliked him, Labano might be my only hope of finding Nico. Hi, Andre?
Who is this?
It's George Stobar, Nico's boyfriend.
Don't you mean ex-boyfriend?
Look, I didn't call you just to pick a fight.
Sago says
I
Libano
need to talk
has
about
negative
Nico.
res.
Can't you accept she's just not interested in you?
Listen, Andre, we need to talk. Nico's life depends on it.
Okay. You remember the cafe at Montfaucon?
Sure.
I think that's how the kids talk these days, says Sago. What does res mean, Sago?
Better show you.
I'm not sure of that word. I've not heard it before, I don't think.
Urge to wipe my ear.
Game. I see. Okay.
I wasn't looking forward to meeting Labano again, but he was my only link with Nico.
Yeah. Labano has negative game. That's right. Definitely.
There was no sign of Labano when I got to the cafe. I decided to order a coffee and wait for him.
Man, the music is so good, isn't it? I'm loving the music. It fits with the tone. George is trying to find his girlfriend, his love. And it's getting dramatic. She's gone. She's been kidnapped. Love the broken sword music, says Sago 13. Yeah, I love it as well. It's fantastic. Here, guys, remember how I was stuck in this last time? That was hilarious.
Oh, garçon. He ignored me. I'm sure it was deliberate.
Amiga says, yep, love the music. The CD sits in my old Kenwood stack system. Oh, nice, you have the CDs. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Pardon me, but don't I know you? Huh? You were here the day I found the
Sago says,
catacombs.
it was hilarious and frustrating since we didn't want to
yes,
spell it
I remember
out.
you.
Yeah. Are you still in the police force?
No.
Yeah, the problem was...
anymore. I'm a man of leisure. And what brings you back to Paris?
The problem is that I didn't, I was waiting for him to put his hands on his eyes, but I didn't realize it only triggers once you talk to him. It only triggers after you talk to him. You have to talk to him. That was the key to the puzzle for me, and it took me a little bit of time. Right.
My girlfriend.
What it is to be young and in love. Can you share a bottle of wine with me?
Hey, listen, I'd love to, but I need to keep a clear head.
So my company isn't good enough for you.
Tell me what you make of this note.
From my years of experience, I gained a pretty good insight into handwriting. I'd say that note was
So I just
written
need
by a
to
compulsive, obsessive type.
cycle
that
through
really was
these
complex.
items, and
You got just about everything apart from the ponytail.
we'll get to that same point, I guess.
What do you make of this news cutting?
Orphanage supplied fast food chain?
No, it's the article above that.
Oh! Total eclipse of the sun. Well, that's very dull in comparison. I don't know anything about eclipses.
What do you make of this dart?
I remember a case where the victim was killed with just such a device. The poison acted as
Amiga
sound,
says,
causing
yeah,
the
and
bodies
chat
swell out
to
like
the
an
waiter a
inflatable
couple of
life raft.
times. Alright, Amiga, I will
Have you ever heard of a Professor
do that
Rouvier?
indeed.
No, monsieur. I don't recall the name.
Well, apparently he's an expert on Mayan art and history.
A little out of my field of experience, monsieur. If he'd been a serial killer or a sodomite, I might have been able to help.
Why did you leave the police?
I was forced to retire. The golden handshake. Only in my case, it was more copper than gold.
How come?
I was made a scapegoat to cover up the department's inefficiencies.
Alright, I guess I talk to the waiter now when he comes back. Scapegoat. Says Sago 13.
Hey, you.
Quoi?
I'd like a cup of coffee if you don't mind.
When I finish serving this gentleman.
Oh, that was a bit different from... Was that different from the remastered? In the remastered, the first time he said, "Oh, garçon," or something. And I guess that's waiter in French. I don't think he said that
Okay.
here.
Thanks.
This is the original. This is the way it's meant to be.
Look at this. A poison dart.
Ah oui, sure.
It's the real thing. Knocked my girlfriend out cold in a matter of seconds.
Romantic. Sounds like a real close relationship you have going.
You know. Romantic, says Sago 13.
Do you know that man over there?
I should think so. He's a regular customer.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Oui. He married that actress, the little dachshund. They used to come here. The nutty professor. and the
Dukied,
movie
welcome to the
star.
stream, my man. Saying, oh wow, are we back to the original Broken Sword 2? I had never seen the remaster until the other day. Yeah, you know, Dukied, I came to this because I felt like the
Oubier's wife was a
remastered
movie
version
star. How come I never heard of her?
felt too polished.
big in
It
France.
felt too
The
shiny,
world
felt
doesn't
too
stop at
modern.
Hollywood. Her
I
stage
wasn't
name
feeling
is
the
Carol
nostalgia
Climax.
as much
She
as
died
compared to the
in
original.
suspicious circumstances.
So I've just restarted the original because this is what I played when I was a kid, and when you guys probably played it when you were younger.
How did
Probably
Oubier's
played
wife
this
die?
version.
I heard he shot her.
And got away with it?
He had a good lawyer and they worked
Dougie
that
says, I am
out.
biased. I like the originals. Let's go, Dougie. Let's go.
Why would an eminent public figure like Oubier risk everything for murder?
He wouldn't be the first, would he? Besides, people like him always get off.
Do you know a guy called André Lobineau?
Oui, I know him. What of it?
I'm supposed to meet him here. Did I miss him?
No, I have not seen him today.
That's all.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is the way the game should be played. The original. Even though the remastered may have better graphics, I'll experience that in the future at some point, but
I wouldn't normally call
like a first kind of playthrough, like this is
But Nico's
kind
in
of
trouble,
for me,
Andre, deep trouble. You have to help me find her.
playing it 26 years
What have
later.
you dragged her into this time?
It was you that recommended Professor Ubier.
This
as
is
an
the way
expert
I
in Mayan
think the
art.
game
Now
should
his
be
butler's
experienced.
kidnapped her, and he tried to kill me.
Every time she gets involved with you, there is trouble. Walking out on her was the best thing you could do.
My father was dying, damn it. I had no choice.
Well, she soon recovered once she went back to her old friends.
Drop it, Andre. Right now, Nico's in danger, and we have to work together.
But it was definitely very interesting
Nico needed to speak to Ubier about a stone.
Oh,
to
you
see
mean
the
this
remastered version, what it was like, what they've done to it. It was interesting. We got to see that last time.
So that's what all the trouble's about.
Precisely. Nicole told me to guard it with my life.
Well, it's worth more than that, surely.
Oh, very funny.
What's
Sago
funny
says,
is your life really is on the line.
do you have a volume knob? The
What are
music
you
is
talking
slightly
about?
overpowering the
The
dialogue.
stone is a Mayan artifact, dummy. And the guy who kidnapped Nico is from Central America.
There is. I
It
think
was
I can
the
put the
stone
music
we were
down.
after.
Oh my God.
Because I'm in
You
a
mean I
dialogue
could
right
be in
now,
danger too?
it won't let me do it. Oh, here we go. So, you guys think I should turn the music down a bit?
Much as I hated to admit it, Labano was the only lead I had left. In that dusty archive he called a mind, he had to know something to help find Nico. It was just a question of pumping it out of him.
I think I need to talk to him first. I'll do it after this. Once I speak to him, then I can control the sound effects.
What can you tell me about this pot?
South or Central America.
Amiga says,
I'd
hope
say.
you've had a good
I have
weekend,
a
mate.
friend who'd be able to tell you more.
Where can I find this guy?
He owns a
Agreed,
gallery on the
Sago.
left bank.
Yes.
The
Thank you for
Greece
telling me
gallery.
that, Sago and Amiga, about the volume of the sound. Because when I rewatch the stream, I do feel like the same as well. Sometimes the music is a bit overpowering. Doogie'd had a drunk night online last night, Amiga, with a group until 7 AM. How was your weekend, mate? Wow, Doogie, sounds like you had a fantastic night. I hope you had lots of fun. Amiga, haha, not too bad, mate. Nursing a bad hangover myself today. Was out last night for a meal, dancing and drinking with the missus. We do it once a month. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
What do you think this is, Andre?
I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. It's got more backbone than you.
You think you're amusing, don't you?
Does Ubier employ a guy from Central America?
Maybe. I don't know.
You've never been to his house? I thought you guys were pals.
Fellow academics, Georgie, is not quite the same thing.
Why didn't Nico take the stone to Ubier?
I don't know. Perhaps she suspected something like this would happen.
If she's been hurt, Andre, I'll break every bone in your body.
No, that's typical of you. Do you think I don't care what happens to Nicole?
It occurred to me that slugs don't have bones to break. But
Diggy
I've kept that
says,
thought to
cheers,
myself.
hack and slash. Was fun. How was your weekend, bro? Yeah, mine was good, man. It was nice and chill.
Tell me about your friend Ubier.
He's more of a professional acquaintance than a friend.
I see. So you don't really know him at all.
No, I don't.
What do you suppose the carving on the stone means?
I don't know. I haven't shown it to anyone.
Why don't you just give it to me?
I don't want your death on my conscience, George.
Where did Nico get the stone?
It was sent to her.
From where? Who?
I'm not sure.
What
I
you
should
drinking,
tell you.
absinthe?
Oh, you sure?
It was something to do with smuggling.
Sago says, how nice of you, Lubino. Yes, Lubino. Amiga, I'm drinking some I've got some water here, and I've got some mango, sparkling mango juice. Right. Amiga. I can imagine Diggied.
See you later.
Goodbye, Georgie.
Time to turn the sound effects down.
I've had enough of your games, Kalam. Tell me what you've done with my stone.
I thought your business was simply smuggling cocaine, Karzak. Why are you so interested in that stone?
Either you tell me what I want to know, or Pablo here will make you talk.
Okay. Well, I figured someone at the university would be able to help. So I had a word with one of my girlfriends, and she told me her boyfriend was a lecturer. I sent the stone to the Department of Ethnology. You know, I figured it was South American, so... You're not buying this, are you?
That's enough. I don't have time to listen to your mindless prattle. We'll leave you to think it over. Come the morning, you'll be ready to talk.
What have you got yourself into, Nico? Here we go. Music. Volume. How's that? You think that's okay? Lower maybe? Oh shit, sorry. So, there. Is that okay, guys? A little less. Fraction. Boom. Are we okay there? Is that good? Alright. Thank you for telling me that, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Amiga says, good call, Sago. Time to snatch us some absinthe.
I'm trying to find my girlfriend. She's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yeah, it was our first day back together after many months.
That's too bad. My God, that's depressing.
Right. Oh, time to grab it. The guy seen it?
I grabbed the flask and was struck by a powerful smell of absinthe, a highly potent and illegal alcoholic drink.
I'm so sure he saw it.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
Hot.
Excuse me.
What?
What's that you're drinking?
It's wine.
Sorry, the location is cold now. Ah, okay, so that's me done here.
I've been looking forward to seeing my girl, but she wanted to rush off to see some
I just
professor.
wanted to show
see.
appreciation.
And you think she's having an affair with this professor?
Look, forget it.
Say
It
Sacco.
doesn't matter.
Geez, dude, we're done here. Okay, we're done.
Now I had another lead.
Here we go.
I could either go back to Ubier's house or visit the Glee's gallery.
Thank you for that, Amiga. Where are we now? Which one should I go to, guys? Which one? Does it matter? Glees. The gallery, second. Alright. My hint said it. Is this place called Glees?
The Glee's gallery had style and class,
it is.
but very few customers.
Thank you for that, Amiga. That was a very nice hint, but I was a bit too dumb to pick up on it. But thank you very much. Right. This is the gallery.
The pots were protected by a glass case.
And what are these two ladies saying back here who look like tourists?
Hi, girls.
Okay.
What's the joke?
They're Japanese?
Okay, fine.
That was Japanese. Stem cell, very rapush. Sago says, aye, nice stem cell.
If I wanted to be laughed at, there was always Nico.
Right. The picture.
The wasteland. Too minimalistic for too much money. I didn't think much of any of these artifacts.
There's a guy that just keeps coming here every so often. Right. Let's see what this guy's saying. Seems like a jolly old fella.
The owner? Good God, no.
Then I guess that must be him over there, right?
Your powers of deductive reasoning astound me.
What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine. Glees can't expect a favorable criticism of the
Urine?
gallery when he serves this muck.
Amiga says, this guy drives me potty.
Would you give me your opinion on this pot, sir?
Was that a hint, Amiga? I think it was.
Yes, very rapuche.
Rapoosh?
Hideous.
Rapoosh. That's what you're talking about, stem cell?
What the hell do
Now I
you think
get.
you're doing?
Now I get it. What the hell did this guy just do? What the flip? Did he just break my vase?
You smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
Wow.
That pot you smashed belonged to Professor Ubier.
Did it really? I thought the man had more taste.
Oh wow, this guy's an
I
asshole.
wasn't going to waste any more breath talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation
I'd
to my
knock him out for
advantage,
doing
and
that
at
to
the
me,
same
says
time,
Amiga.
Get my revenge.
We'll try to get George to knock him out.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Certainly, sir. I'd be most happy to oblige.
You're English?
These days, one prefers to think of oneself as European.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And how precisely may one assist you, sir?
Alright, what do you know about this?
I found this news story referring to a total eclipse of the sun.
Really, sir? Well, fascinating.
Sago says, yeah, I sure as hell wouldn't offer him a drink.
There is a gentleman over there who seems to be enjoying your wine.
I can't think why. It was very cheap.
Do you get many Central American Indians in here?
No, sir. This is Paris. Central America is several thousand kilometers southwest of here. Straight across the Atlantic Ocean and turn left. You can't miss it.
Well, as it happens, I saw some Central American Indians this very morning.
Tourists, sir. Paris is full of them at this time of year.
Amiga says, haha, Sago. Damn Glees ice cold.
Have you heard of Professor Ubier?
Of course. His name is synonymous with Mayan art. A number of these artifacts were supplied by Ubier himself.
I suppose you have an import license for these relics?
Of course. But that's not my problem, sir. The professor arranges all the shipping. We simply collect the items from the docks.
Could you tell me which docks Professor Ubier uses to import the artifacts?
Good God, no. I can't possibly reveal my commercial secrets.
Do you believe the story that Ubier murdered his wife?
If it was true, who can blame him? She was an opportunist tramp. Well, that's what I heard.
What I really wanted to ask you about was a black stone.
A black stone?
Yeah, it's a Mayan artifact, about as big as my hand.
No, sir, one doesn't get much call for black stones. If it's Mayan artifacts you're interested in, I have some rather exquisite pots.
So did I, until that slob smashed it.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of Ubier's wife's films?
Only one. Believe me, I was appalled, shocked, disgusted, and repulsed.
Well, you sure got your money's worth. Last time I went to the movies, I wasn't even titillated.
Titillated. It's an interesting word.
I had no possible use for a credit card reader. The pot had smashed into too many pieces to retrieve.
Big is hotter. He really is. Amiga says big is hotter. He's really a smashing down to earth guy. Still, I'd love to knock him out still. That's some kind of hint, isn't it? It has to be. It has to be. So I've done all this. Yeah, this guy just keeps coming, doing that, and then going away. Right, okay. Let's see what this guy has to say.
I'd had enough of talking to that slob.
There's something I need to do here, isn't it? Amiga says hot.
I didn't think he'd be interested.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
Let's knock him out.
I thought about dipping the poison dart into his drink, but thought better of it.
That's what knock him out is. This is the absinthe, isn't it? So this is 85% alcohol.
I didn't think he'd be interested.
Oh, guys, did you see that? The glass and the guy's different. It's two different things. Wow. That's what you call pixel perfect. You need to be pixel perfect. He's doing it.
I splashed a little absinthe into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
This guy must be like, wow,
Did
this...
you put something in my drink?
Yeah, I did. Well, what do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Gleese's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
Amiga says, get in there. Sago's so hot. Varge, you smashed it. Thank you, guys. The hints definitely helped me there, and I appreciate that. But you know what? This was a tricky thing. The glass, the pixel perfect glass. Look at that. Small room for, you know, actually finding it. Not much room there. But I just saw that by chance. Do we put more in? Let's
Allow
see.
me.
This guy likes it. Oh, you know what, guys? Actually, I have a very kind of vague memory of this from when I was a kid, when I played this scene. I kind of vaguely just remember this old guy now falling down. I just had a flashback.
Were those pots very valuable?
The pots are insured, but not the shelving. You've no idea how much that cost me.
I wasn't going to waste my breath on that drunkard.
So he's distracted. I can go here now. Credit
I
card.
had no possible use for a credit card reader.
Okay, that's not where I go. Is there someone else? Somewhere else. I can sneak to the back.
There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label. The packing case contained nothing but styrofoam chips.
Stem cell says. Amiga says we can investigate further. Now he's distracted, yes. Stem cell, hi Georgie. Amiga.
The packing case contained
saying
nothing
I'm
but
hot.
styrofoam chips.
What did George say?
The packing case contained nothing but styrofoam chips. It was a sturdy packing case.
And there was a label. Yes, Amiga. Thank you very much for that.
Underneath the logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing.
How was the music there, guys? And the dialogue? Was the music low enough for you to hear the dialogue? If you want me to change it at all, just let me know. Spot on, mate, says Amiga. That's great. I'm glad. Sago says, pixelating. Yeah, it was a very small pixelated area to find that label.
I wasn't going to waste my breath on that drunkard.
It was indeed. So now we have...
It was a label bearing the name Condor Transglobal.
Is that where we're gonna? Are we done here, guys? Stem Cell says levels are sweet now. Where are we going, guys? Are we leaving here now? Is that us done? Where to next? In the adventure of George Stobart. George doesn't know where to go yet, says Verge. Do I go to this? Is that the house that we just came from? The one where he was captured? Or is that somewhere else? Surely we can't go back to the cafe. George Stobart says, go here, yes, welcome, George. The man himself. The one and only, the legend. George Stobart is in the chat, guys. We're loving your game, George. We're loving your game. Revisiting. I didn't see well. Do we come back here, guys? Am I at the right place? Oh, okay. We don't. We do not. George Stobart says, thought it was the next location.
I had a choice of destinations. The cafe at Montfaucon or the art gallery.
Huh. Now we go to the docks. Yeah, need to complete the location on the level somehow. Am I not complete here on the level? Yeah, sorry, I thought that's what you meant, Verge. So I'm not finished here, guys. Not finished here. Label. You need to complete the location on the label somehow.
It was a label bearing the name Condor Transglobal.
Maybe we do this.
Go away.
Maybe not.
There was nothing worth retrieving from the mess. I had no possible use for a credit card reader.
What am I missing out on, guys? Maybe we can investigate some of the things we've got in our pocket.
It was the newspaper clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was another small piece
says
of
Sago.
paper. It was a bank statement for Ubier's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 withdrawals were for large amounts, and all made in Marseille. It was beginning to make sense.
Oh.
Ubier had organized Nico's abduction. Ubier withdrew money from
Let's go,
Marseille.
Sago.
Ubier was connected with
Let's go,
Transglobal,
guys.
who shipped their
Barge
goods from a
999.
warehouse in Marseille. That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars. It wasn't much of a lead, but it was all I had. I set off immediately to catch the evening train.
Marseille. And off we go. With the cutscene animation. I like this. This is
It was
brilliant.
almost dawn when I arrived in Marseille. I traced Condor Transglobal to a desolate dockside.
And here we go, guys. We are at the dock. Stem Cell says, such a legendary location. Verge says, beware of 20. I see. padlock. Chimney. Steps. Let's have a wee look in here.
Hi, good morning.
Do you know what time it is?
No, I don't wear a watch. As my dad used to say, I'm not into time, man.
Well, it's
What?
too early.
Right. What shall we show him?
Ever heard of Condor Transglobal?
Sure. They have a warehouse here.
Well, could I take a look?
Not until after the holidays. Come back in a month.
Take a look at this letter.
Sago says, haha, oh yeah, 20.
Did you write it?
Oh, no. No, it's a letter from my girlfriend's admirer.
Is that the name of the dog, I'm guessing?
If I was you, I'd smack him in the mouth.
Well, that's not my style, but thanks for the advice. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, pal, what is it?
A poison dart used for hunting.
What would you hunt with that? Mice?
No, monkeys and stuff. The tip is dipped in poison.
Hey, what you got against monkeys?
I love monkeys. I was just using them as an example.
Well, don't.
Right.
What's cooking?
Beans. You know a man can live on nothing but beans.
Not this one. Don't you ever get tired of eating beans?
Sure I do. What do you take me for?
And what's the alternative?
Peas. I can't eat them too often, though. They play hell with my digestion.
Have you ever considered changing your diet?
What's wrong with beans and beer?
You need me to tell you? You're pumping out enough methane here to fill a dirigible. Have you ever heard of Professor Oubier?
Me? None of my friends are professors or anything like that.
Amiga says, you can imagine how it must smell in there. Yeah, if you probably light a match and then chuck it inside, it'll probably explode. It'll just go boom. Good thing he's got that tiny hole in the window, says Sago.
I have these very exotic panties.
Take them away, you pervert!
That didn't work.
I'm looking for a young woman.
At the docks? What kind of woman do you have in mind?
You don't understand. It's my girlfriend I'm trying to find.
Well, I ain't seen her, and you should tell her. The docks ain't no place for a young lady. They're dirty and they're dangerous.
I'm certain my girlfriend was brought here when she was abducted.
What? Your girl was kidnapped?
Yeah. Struck down by an Indian with a poisoned dart.
Like the one you showed me?
The very same. I could tell he didn't believe me.
Sago says, yeah, keep the ladies out the docks. They're dirty and dangerous. Silly females.
I have to make a delivery to Condor Transglobal.
Where's your rig?
About half a mile down the road.
And you walked here? Jeez.
Cinnamon 92, welcome to the
It was
stream.
easy. I just put one foot in front of the other.
We're playing Broken Sword 2, the original. Welcome back, Senna.
Are you gonna let me make my delivery?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about being a trucker. Do you know what kind of business Condor's involved in?
I'm paid to guard the gate. Their business is none of mine.
Does that dog belong to you?
Nah, it comes with the job. I just feed him every now and then.
More then than now, I'd say. What's the dog's name?
20.
Ah,
It's
so
unusual for a
it's
dog.
the dog's
It's
name.
his registration number. Security dog number 20.
The dog's name is 20.
That animal doesn't seem too hot for a guard dog.
No? You haven't seen him in action.
Doesn't look like he has the energy to wag his tail.
Just like my wife. She's like a slug in a coma until she's
Santa
mine.
says Hope didn't miss
Then
much.
she's like a tiger with a rat up its ass.
Sweet.
No, you didn't miss much. You saw last time when I played, I think, when this guy, George Stobart, his girlfriend's been kidnapped and he's trying to find her. And the clues he's found has led him to these docks. So we're just trying to find out where she's gone.
What time is it anyhow?
The big hand's on the floor. Why aren't you in bed?
I can explain everything.
Never mind, I ain't that interested.
Sago says you missed the Glees gallery. Yeah, we were at a gallery. We poured some absinthe into this asshole of a guy's drink. He drank it, he knocked out. And he crashed into some shelves. And then we're now here. Can I click anything? No. Okay.
What time do you open the gates?
7.
Do you mind if I hang out here till the docks open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of the national holiday. Everything is closed for a month.
Well, wouldn't you just know it?
Alright, guys. Is that everything?
I gotta go now, but I'll be back.
Can't wait.
Sena says, sounds like a party. Sago says, everything closed for a month. Sounds like my kind of holiday. Right. What's over here? What do we have here? What's this?
The stick had a hook on one end. I figured it was a boat hook. For hooking boats.
Slide to the left. Yes. Yes, amiga.
It was a short wooden-handled boat hook.
Bottle.
The bottle was just out of reach. Nothing was going to get me into that water if I could help it.
So I guess we use this.
I just knew that boat hook would be useful for something. As for the bottle,
That's what I'm talking about.
even if I couldn't find a use for it,
Boom.
I cleaned up the dock a little.
Amiga says boom. And boom, it is. I like it when the music kicks in. When you've just solved a puzzle. Have I got everything here? Did I get everything? Let me just double check, guys. Oh, trapdoor. Trapdoor. Platform. What do we do here? Right.
I couldn't reach the coat. Wrong, wrong, wrong.
All right. We need the keys. Do we? I don't know.
I couldn't reach the documents.
Code for now.
I couldn't reach the packet. I couldn't reach the bucket.
Can't reach anything, so we're code for now, Amiga. You're right. Can't really do anything there.
My arms weren't long enough to reach the platform.
Oh. Sago says, you saved George's balls. How nice of you, Amiga. So... do I chuck the dog in the water or something? Is that what I'm gonna do? So, I'm guessing I need to make the dog go on that and then lower it down or something. Code for now, says Amiga. I haven't looked over here in this area. Let's see what this is all about.
Breaking steel padlocks with my bare hands was a feat I'd never mastered.
Barge 999 says yeah. Right. What if we use this on this? Nothing.
Hey, 20.
Hey, 20.
Hey, 20.
It was 20, the watchman's crazy guard dog. That dog looked like he already had more worms than he needed.
Right. Hot up here, says Amiga, but not smoking. So we have to be up here. We've been in the window. Do we go again? Time to stack it up, says Dougie.
You dropped your beer bottle.
Not me, pal.
Yes, you did. I saw you drop it right in the sea. Don't you know better than to dump your trash in the ocean?
I don't see no fish complaining.
See you later.
What the hell? George just popped his head in to say that. Chimney. Chimney.
Ouch! That's hot.
Oh well, I guess we use the panties here because the last thing that was hot.
Panties would not have been thick enough to shield this level of heat.
Amiga says hot. Sago, such an environmentalist, Georgie boy. That's what I was thinking, Sago. Really hot. I must use something here. Cool down, George. So the panties don't work.
The panties would not have been thick enough to shield this level of heat.
My pants are on fire.
The panties would not have been thick enough to shield this level of heat.
The panties. I know that seems stupid, but I'm just kind of guessing now. Let's see. Do I combine an item, perhaps?
I'd better think this through. I wasn't convinced that was the right thing to do. Wrong, wrong, wrong.
Easy as hooking a duck, this one, says Amiga. Maybe being an environmentalist isn't so bad. Another man's trash. Trash? I need to go get some trash? Wait, could I use the bottle here?
The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it.
Thank you for those hints, guys. It looks like we're back on track. We're back on track. Let's pour some more water. So it cooled it down, he can touch it. Oh shit, what happened? Uh-oh. So, George poured some water on the chimney. And then I just grab it. I'll just grab it.
Ouch! That's hot.
Uh-oh. It's hot again. So the water cooled it down. But I need to get more water. Is that what I need to do?
The bottle was half filled with
Oh, there we
water.
go.
Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it.
All right. Yes.
Now I could see into the pipe which formed the chimney.
Yes. That's right.
That chimney looked very exposed without its cone.
Sometimes you have to do something to trigger a thing that will work. Says Digit. And over here, what do I do? Try and block the chimney. Block it. Nope. Almost blocked, I mean cocked that up, bro. Indeed, Sago. He's not blocking it. The water on the chimney is a mere smokescreen for the real puzzle. Says stem cell.
The bottle had blocked the chimney, and the hut was filling up with smoke.
Let's go, guys. It was all in the bottle. The bottle was the key item. I started thinking, okay, let's stuff the panties down there or something and block the. Oh shit! What's going on here? So I can steal stuff now. He's gone out there. Let's go up the trap door and take what we need to find Nico, because that's what this is all about. Finding Nico. Look at this George. This George is he's a daredevil. Biscuits. We could probably distract the dog with these biscuits.
The packet was full of dog biscuits.
Lobino ain't bought no granny panties. Those were big. Those weren't big enough. Yeah, that's a good point, Sago. That's a good point. There, George. You know, before anything happens, I feel like the guy's gonna walk.
Baked beans in ketchup.
I feel like the guy is gonna walk in on me. I should save the game. I've not saved the game yet, guys. I've not saved the game. Let's save. First save. Good call. You would have need to save soon anyway. Good call, says Sako. Yes, thank you.
Someone had once told me a piece of coal brought you luck.
Yes, save was due, says Amiga. The Countess in those
Who was I
panties
to
would
argue with irrational superstition?
says Stem Cell. Oh man.
I couldn't think of one good reason to steal the watchman's kettle.
Amiga hot as hell, Stem Cell.
That mug was a health risk. I decided to leave it where it was.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
Okay, just hold on to that dog.
Wow. I forgot the guy was there and I just walked out. Thankfully George didn't die. So I got the doggy biscuits. I'm guessing, did I put the doggy biscuits on this platform? Not like that. Like this? Perhaps? Amigo says coal.
It was my lucky piece of coal.
What do I do with the coal?
Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy.
Oh my god, he's actually going to chuck the dog at... He's actually going to chuck the dog in the water.
I felt a slight twinge of conscience as I prepared to give the dog a dunking. It soon passed.
Oh my gosh. It had to be done.
As I'd expected, the dog could swim like a... well, like a dog.
George is looking for Nico. Nothing will stand in his way. Not even a dog. And now he has dealt with it. George Stobart says PETA. George. You're quite cruel to the animals.
And what's the big idea of busting into my office?
I hope you don't mind, but...
You stay out of here, you hear? Otherwise the dog gets an early breakfast.
I wouldn't want him to change his eating habits on my account. Besides, I have brittle bones. He might choke.
Cold here now, says Amiga. Alright, let's just quickly go through this.
Do you recognize this metal cone?
That was probably not a good idea.
Say, that's just like the Tin Man War. You know, the Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
I'd have never taken you for a fan of Dorothy and Toto.
That dumb kid? She ruined the whole damn thing for me, all that singing and stuff. Anyhow, she wasn't even a real kid. They stuffed her in a corset so her titties didn't show.
Did he say titties? I didn't see the subtitles. Sounded like he said titties.
Let me in and I'll give you this lump of coal.
I got plenty of coal already. You always carry it
So-
around in your pocket?
I'm guessing now that George
I
said...
heard it was lucky.
Superstitious crap. I got a whole bucket of it in here and it ain't brought me no luck.
We need to go back in here. Distract the guy with the chimney and then go back in. Is
What's
that
the
right?
problem with the stove?
I don't know. Damn flue seems to be blocked.
You're
Maybe some
overthinking
bird
it,
built a nest in the chimney.
Huh?
says
A
Sako.
gull, maybe, or an albatross.
Albatross my ass. That chimney's too hot. What's wrong with your hand?
In my hand? Oh, friction burns.
Friction burns?
Yeah, I slid down a rope.
You don't want to make a habit of that.
The dog
pal.
is going for a swim and George Stobart is one agile fella. Sago says. Or do some jumping. Something is now unguarded.
See you later.
I think I've got the idea, guys. I was overthinking it. And from what I gather from Sago, Amiga, Doogied, he jumps right over. Of course he does. He's George Stobart. He's not going to get stopped by a fence. George effing Stobart, says Sago 13. 2 T's, 2 B's. Let's go. We even have George Stobart in the chat. Save time. Let's do a save. Am I gonna die? I feel like this is a dying moment possibly coming up. Did that save? Let me just double check. Let's just do another one. Yep, it's there. Just had to make sure it was there, guys. Okay. We have a door. 2 doors. Depends if you've got the high ground first, says Amiga. The high ground. The high ground, you say, Amiga? The high ground. Oh, we can get a little high here, it seems. Ah, a ladder. Check that other sign, says Amiga.
The sign looked as if it was firmly attached to the wall. Anyway, I didn't really want it as a souvenir.
But you are heading
The
right,
sign also
says
looked
Amiga.
firmly attached to the wall.
I'm gonna go up there, Amiga. Right after I just click on
A
these
sturdy
doors.
chain and padlock hung around the door handles.
Just quickly see what it says. And then we're heading up the ladders at the
A
side.
sturdy chain and padlock hung around the door handles.
Did they remove the death scene from the remastered Broken Sword 2 as well, says Stem Cell? Yeah, I wonder if they did. I'm not too sure myself. Oh.
The din must have drowned out the sound of my knock.
Does the original have death scenes? I think it does, from what I recall from back in the day.
Maybe there was a way in up there.
Varge says, I don't think so. The spider death scene is there. Has an achievement as well for that. I see.
The metal housing prevented me from getting to the fan.
What's going on here? What do we have here?
I couldn't reach the blades of the fan, which was just as well. If I'd stuck my fingers in there, I'd never be able to play guitar again.
I feel like if I click on this guy, I'm probably gonna die. George Stobart says, only the game overs were removed in the remastered versions, if I'm right. Is that so? I see. Well, thank you for that information, George Stobart and Verge 999. George being a jammy bugger.
I wouldn't have been hurt over the din of the fan.
Jammy. Do we jam something in here? Oh, yes we do.
That did the trick. The
Yes,
fan
we
clumped
do.
and shorted out as its blades were mashed by the boat hook.
That is what we do here, guys.
Hey, you make any more noise, I break your arms.
That bully needed to be taught a lesson.
Garzak's already mad because we didn't get the stone. You give me any trouble, I'll tell him it was all your fault.
Karzak? That must be his boss. I decided there was a better way to attract their attention.
Knock on the door. Knock on the door. That's what I could do.
The window was jammed shut.
That doesn't open. What do we have here? I see. So I think, this is what I'm thinking. I go down there, knock on the door. They can hear it now because the fan is off. But if I hang about there, they're gonna kill me. I have to run back up and do something. Probably something to do with this thing over here. Maybe we knock the guy out with that or something. Okay, I'm not getting any kind of mouse. What should I say?
Police, we want to
oh
talk to
shit.
you about abduction, arson,
That
and
was a bad
attempted
idea.
murder.
That was a bad
Warrant?
idea.
Sure, I got a warrant. Open the door, I'll show you.
You wait.
Okay.
That's got him scared and angry.
Up the ladder. This guy one-shot master.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
This is it, guys. He's gonna get knocked out. See you later. Yes. Let's go, guys. I actually figured that one out. I have a vague memory from when I was like a 10-year-old kid. about these docks, but I didn't remember how this plays out. But I don't know. That was good. I got that one, guys. Thank you very much, Amiga. Thank you, Dugid. Thank you, Sago. Stem Cell. Virgin 999. Thank you very much. George Stobart, why do you even save the game? You're going to do it in a one shot. Oh man, that was good. See, after playing Broken Sword 1, I'm now familiar with these timed puzzles. The timed puzzles. I'm expecting it now. After playing Broken Sword 1, I'm now expecting it in this game. And it's an interesting mechanic. It's something I don't even remember from when I played this as a kid. It's like it's a new mechanic to me.
The only interesting thing I found was a small brass key.
A brass key.
It was a small brass key.
We've got quite a lot in our pockets right now. George's pockets are full. Hack and Slash has killed you many times, George. Oh yes, George. Sorry to say that. I have had a lot of deaths in Broken Sword 1. Plenty.
It was locked.
Especially on a train. Sago13 says that's not how his pockets work. George's pockets are never full. That's true. They're never-ending, unlimited space. I agree. Notice board.
Among the paperwork which adorned the notice board was something which caught my eye. It was a delivery note from Condor Transglobal, and the address was Coramonte City. There was nothing else of any interest on the notice board.
Alright. Coramonte City, huh? Interesting, says Sago. I see. Is that where we go next?
All the crates were firmly sealed.
Can't be angry. I forget every time I reappear.
All the crates were firmly sealed.
You know, I'm just so amazed that we have George Stobart in the chat himself. That's awesome.
Whoa! Don't
Whoa!
shoot. The little guy had a blowpipe. That confirmed my suspicions about what had happened to Nico. I waited for him to shoot me.
George just said whoa.
But it didn't happen. Instead, he seemed to
That's
want
right,
to tell me
Saga.
something. What? What do you want? He seemed excited, almost desperate. What did he want so bad?
Whoa.
Firm buttocks. Hi. I'm not going to hurt you.
Firm buttocks.
Guaramonte!
Is that where you're from? Coramonte City?
Guaramonte! Guaramonte!
Okay.
What's this for?
What does this key unlock?
Huh?
Hey, you're manacled. Who did this? That big thug? I'm gonna set you free, okay?
Oh, it's the key for his chains.
Hey, come back here! The little guy had gone to ground amongst the stack of crates.
That wee guy is gone. boxes. What do you got to say about this?
All the crates were firmly sealed.
All right.
I couldn't pry the doors apart with my bare hands. There was usually an easier way to do it.
The button, of course. And off we go, into the abyss of the unknown. Where does George Stowart's adventure take him next?
Just in time. Interrupting the beam of light kept the doors from closing and stopped anyone from using the elevator. But what now?
Sargo13 says George calling us stupid. So I need to block this, guys. Panties?
I wasn't convinced that was the right thing to do. That isn't it at all.
It has to be something.
That wouldn't work. Nope. The little crate was precariously balanced.
All right, here we go. That's what we do.
There. That would keep the doors from closing.
Amiga says you could take up boxing. Love your hands, Amiga bro. Love them. Statue.
The statue looked way too heavy for me to move.
So we'll move it on the
There wasn't
pallet.
enough room to move the handle.
All right. What was that?
I was wrestling with the small crate when I noticed the label on its side. Danger. Live contents do not drop.
Live.
I didn't want to risk dropping the crate and releasing its live contents.
We've ran into a bit of puzzle. Amiga says, thanks bro, I do like to shed some light on things for you sometimes. And I very much so appreciate that, Amiga. Very much so. And everyone else is giving hints to me, helping me through the game, joining me in the journey, the adventure of these puzzles and Broken Sword 2, the original, playing 26 years later.
No chance. Whatever those crates contained, they were heavy.
And what do I do next? Let's see. We have a window.
A sturdy beam was jammed across the doors. These doors were not going to open. Cold.
Amiga says cold.
There was no way to open that window.
All right. Let us see what we have here. Oh, this is different.
There wasn't much I could do with a pulley that didn't have any rope.
Rope. Rope, you say? I don't have that. Barge says good idea. Amiga, thumbs up.
The statue looked way too heavy for me to move.
Think about the hints so far.
There wasn't enough room to
I
move
do
the
like to
handle.
shed some light on things for you. The light? That's what you said, amiga? The light? And it shall brighten your mood. I think there was another light in the corner. This light is off, actually. It must be this light. What would a two-story elevator need 2 buttons for? Ah. Yeah, I was actually going to go to that next, Sago. Thank you for telling me.
Nothing happened. That was probably because the elevator was already on this floor.
Slide to the right, says Amiga. Switch. Ah, yes, guys. And what do we find? Scratch marks. Fantastic. Scratch marks on the ground. Secret doorway, perhaps?
There was an arc-shaped scratch on the floor, as if a door had been opened in the nearby wall. My fingers traced the outline of a secret door in the wall.
Secret door.
Then I found a small round stud, which was set flush to the surrounding wooden paneling.
Let's go.
Just as I'd hoped. A secret room.
Secret room, guys. Amiga, bingo. Stem cell. It took me a stupidly long time to find that light switch. Yeah, it was because you'd look at it. Oh, Nico. It's Nico, guys. Holy shit. Yeah, there's 2 switches. There's 2 buttons. I thought maybe one was for taking the elevator up and one's down, but I guess not. Yep, I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Will you look at this? It was a small statue of a kneeling figure in an ornate headdress. The head was hideous, with huge staring eyes set in a decomposing face.
Hey, somebody's marketing Labino dolls.
He's trying to talk to her, and she's tied up, and she's got tape in her mouth. Very good, George. Very good. Let's get the rope. Now is the time to decide, Nico or the Countess. You have the perfect opportunity here. I should have just left Nico. She's been hanging out with
How are you
Libero,
feeling?
and I'm not too happy about that.
George. How on earth did you find me?
I knew Ubier had been in Marseille. But never mind about me. How about you tell me exactly what's going on, starting with that Mayan stone?
I picked it up from one of Karzak's men in Paris. I was expecting a consignment of narcotics.
Drugs?
Yes, the proof I needed to expose Karzak's smuggling operation. I'd set it up to act as his courier, and once I had the proof, I planned to go straight to Inspector Mou. But instead of the dope I'd expected, they sent me that stone instead. And to find out more, I called Professor Oublier, who invited me to his mansion. At least, I thought it was Oublier.
I don't get it. If Karzak's business is drugs, why is he so desperate to get his hands on that stone?
You know,
Maybe
I'm gonna
it has
pull
something
Nico
to
up
local
about
people
those
in Central
panties.
America.
I'm gonna show them to her and ask her what it was all
Work for
about.
him. Anyway, we've got to get out of here.
Nico, wait!
Wait, Nico, what about the panties? What's that all about? I'll take that tape.
I decided to keep the masking tape. It was bound to be of some use to me.
Of course, George is going to pick up the tape. He's going to pick up anything. And he'll make some good use out of it. The legend he is.
We can't use the elevator. If that thug Pablo's recovered, he'll be waiting for us.
We've got to do something. Where does that door lead to?
I'm not sure.
Right. Amiga says, yeah, let's get out of here. Sticky situation coming up. George Stobart says, where are you looking for her only to ask her about the panties? Yeah, exactly. She's been potentially cheating with that weirdo Libano. And I want answers, George. George, didn't you want answers, George? Of course you do. Of course you do. Ah, yes, now I can ask her about the panties.
What was it you wanted to talk about?
Yeah.
I found these in your bag.
Oh, they were a gift.
I know. I read the note.
God knows what was going through Andre's mind.
I think that's quite plain enough.
I guess that's it. Hopefully Andre did not get in there. Hopefully he did not.
Look, the little guy downstairs was chained up with these.
That must have been Pablo's doing. I don't blame him though.
Doogie says, lobby
You're still sore about
out.
that poison dart?
Of
Lobby
course I'm
tout.
sore.
Have you any idea who this little statue is supposed to be?
I'm not very well acquainted with Mayan deities, Georges. But whatever his name, he sure is ugly.
Do you recognize this?
Is that the dart which knocked me out?
That's right. I kept it as a souvenir. Did that Indian guy mistreat you?
If you forget about the abduction, verbal threats, and bondage, no.
Well, what about the little guy?
I don't think he knows where he is or what he's doing here. The big guy, Pablo, he brought Titipoco from the jungle.
Titty what?
Titipoco. That's what I heard Pablo call the dwarf.
Varge999 says, combine panties and shackles on Nico.
Did I hear you refer to Inspector Moo?
Yes, you remember him?
Well, of course I do. But I thought he was dead.
Oh no, he reappeared after the broken sword case had blown over. When he found out who was in with the Neo-Templars,
broken sword
he went into
case.
hiding. Moo knew more than was good for him.
Does he know about our involvement with the case?
If he does, he's not telling. Still, he got a sudden promotion.
And I guess this is the second broken sword case. Broken sword case 2.
Did you know Ubier's wife was a film star?
No, I didn't know he was married. What happened to her?
She died. In mysterious circumstances, apparently.
How mysterious.
I heard she was murdered. Possibly by Ubier himself.
A murderer, huh? Andre said he was something of a celebrity.
Sago says, good for Mo. Hopefully he can do something about that tiny bladder of his, though.
Tell me about this Karzak guy.
Well, I saw him for only a few minutes, but he frightened me. I got the impression that Pablo was nervous when he was around too. His eyes, they're like a wild animal's, like a tiger. That's what scared me most about him. He looked so unpredictable and dangerous.
Okay, tell me what you know about Condor.
Condor Transglobal exports Aztec and Mayan relics from Central America to Europe. But that's just a cover for the real business. Drug smuggling.
What proof do you have?
Nothing yet.
Right.
Do you know where Condor is based?
In Central America. A place called Quaramonte.
I saw that name on a docket downstairs.
Where are you going, Nico? I wanted to use the shackles and panties and combine them. Oh, there she is.
Not such a good idea.
Ah, it's not a good idea. Unfortunately, guys, it doesn't work.
What was it you wanted to talk about?
I didn't think she'd be interested.
Sago says, I thought it was a good idea, Verge. Was a bloody great idea, says Amiga. Haha, too bad, says Verge. You need to blindfold her first, says Stem Cell. Verge says, maybe it will work on the Countess. That's a good point. Maybe it will. Maybe it will.
I couldn't move the crate until I blocked the light beam with something else.
Okay, that's not the way. We're not going out that way. I believe we're not going out that way. Stem Cell says, the Countess would definitely be down for some kinky shit. I know, it might work on the Countess. Nico is not being adventurous enough. Come on, Nico. We need to get sticky. That box sure looks hot, though. Oh.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
Right, guys. I've got it. I've got it. I think I have it. I think I have it. Thank you for those hints, Amiga. I understand the
Hopefully
sticky now.
the tape would prevent those doors from closing and
Sago.
stop the Indian from being able to call the elevator.
Thank you, guys. Right. Now we can move this and get out of here. And off we go.
There was nothing else I wanted to talk to Nico about at that time.
Let us go. Come on, Nico.
Nothing happened. That was probably because the elevator was already on this floor.
Not yet. This says Sago. The center of the earth is hot now. Also, now this crate can go on this. There we go. And let's move this perhaps. And there we go. The center of the earth is hot now. That's what you were talking about, Amiga. Thank you for that. And the pallet should now be able to move.
The pallet rose about 6 inches off the floor, and I said a silent prayer to whoever had discovered the power of hydraulics.
What on earth are you doing?
Trying to raise the statue so I can hook it to that pulley.
Is that really going to help us?
I like to keep myself occupied in times of stress.
Amiga says, bit more to it here. Sago says, hydraulics are like magic. Rope. Rope.
It would be much easier to attach the rope to the statue first.
Right. I think I've got this, guys. think I have this. No.
I didn't see a need to raise the card again.
Statue.
It was too heavy for me to move on my own.
Nico. Hey Nico, can you give me a hand here? Don't just stand there. Stem cell. I think about this bit of Broken Sword too anytime I have to use the pallet truck at work.
Could you give me a hand to push this statue?
What for?
Amiga.
This,
Bingo.
my dear, is our passport to freedom.
If you say so, dear.
Okay, push!
Let's go.
Great
Alright
teamwork.
guys.
Nice to be working
We
with you
did
again,
that.
Mr. Stobart.
Let's Jackie Chan out of here. Let us do that. We have a
I
cable.
thought about hanging from the cable with my bare hands, but it was too far to the other end of the cable to escape that way. Nico, I have a great idea.
Let's go, guys. Jackie Chan. Let's Jackie Chan out of here. Uh-oh. Let's go for a swim. Why not?
Josh, where have you been?
And we're out of
Never
there.
mind that. Do you have the Mayan stone?
Maybe I have, but,
Don't argue, Andre. Give the stone to George.
well, of course. If you say so, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Andre.
George, he told
Amiga
me
says, good job, bro. Thank you very much, Amiga.
I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
All of you
Oh, but
guys,
it was true.
the hints
If it hadn't been for George,
have been on
I wouldn't
point.
be here now.
Thank you very
It's not
much.
finished
I'm actually
yet.
really enjoying this game.
Karzak's thugs will be back for that stone, you can bet.
Playing the, I'm
Best
so
place
glad
we
I'm playing the
have
original.
is Caramonte City.
Monte is in Central America. That's where Ubier gets his artifacts.
That's all we needed to know. Come on, George.
Claramonte, the traveler's rear entrance to Central
Guaramonte.
America. Well, that's how it's
yes.
translated in the brochure. We didn't know what we were looking for, but the offices of
Bard
Condor
says time for some
Transglobal
vacation in
seemed a good place to
Guaramonte.
start.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. I actually remember this when I was a kid. I remember coming to a
it's
sunny
market day. I
country,
don't see any cabs. Let's ask
but that's all I
someone how to get
remember.
to Guaramonte City.
And
Okay.
here we are.
Keep your eyes peeled for any sign of Condor Transglobal.
I think I should save it. Save the game. Guaramonte. I mean, I really love this older, original style. The graphics, the subtitles, the clicking, the animations of the cursor, where you're pointing and stuff, the cogs that you see or whatever. I feel it's better in the original. Everything I think is just, but that's just from my point of view as someone who has nostalgia from playing this as a little kid. And yeah, the detail is just awesome. Can we go up here?
Hey, Nico!
Well, what do we have here? Interesting. Perhaps some competition for Nico? She has been messing about with Lobino.
Hola, señora.
Hi. We were wondering...
I was talking to the lady, Chico.
Whoa.
Hi, my name is Nicole Collard.
Concha Garcia. How can I help you, sister?
The corporation I represent is considering a major investment in Quaramonte. Your advice, as the head of an obviously successful concern, is precisely what I'm after. My assistant, Mr. Stobart, has a few questions he'd like to ask you.
Verge says Broken Sword 2.5 is in this style. I didn't think this was up too much, to be honest. I have a hunch it was all made using AI. Says Stem Cell. Let's chat to the locals and browse around first, says Amiga. Stem Cell says he killed off Nico for a start. That's just not... He killed off Nico for a start. That's just not on. He killed off Nico, Stem Cell? What do you mean by that? Amiga says, yeah, started very dark. He did, Stem Cell. Livino ain't. He started very dark. What started very dark is this? Broken Sword 6 you guys are talking about? Livino ain't got nothing on Flower Shirt Guy, says Sago. Flower Shirt Guy. Yes, very nice shirt. And now I have to pick one of these. The panties? Okay, let's see.
Would you be interested in these panties? They look about your size.
Is that your best line, Chico?
I'm serious. They were an unwanted gift.
Put them away before you get overexcited.
Oh. I like her attitude. His idea for a Broken Sword 6 story stated with Nico dying and George investigating her murder, says Stem Cell. Yeah, that's kind of a bit, you know, you can't kill off Nico. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it'd probably make a compelling story to play through, but does it block off the possibility for a future Broken Sword even beyond 6? That's the thing. I'm not so sure about Nico dying. Not so sure about that. Okay, let's see what this does.
Have you heard about the forthcoming eclipse?
I don't take much interest in things like that. One of the boys might know about it.
You see this? It's my lucky piece of coal.
What's so lucky about it?
I'm not sure yet.
What the
Nice buns.
fuck? Okay, first of all, I don't like that Nico made the comment. Was it Nico who said nice buns? Was it Nico who said that? Because if she said that, I'm not happy about that. George is not happy.
Do you recognize the icon on this label?
Condor Transglobal.
Did the company operate here in Caramonte?
Yes, they ran an old container ship, the Mayan Princess.
Can you tell me?
It is Tezcatlipoca.
Oh shit.
God of death
I clicked
and
by accident.
pestilence. That fetish would be considered by many to be a bad omen.
Does this stone mean anything to you?
I think it is a spirit stone carved by a Mayan priest, no? I don't know which of their many gods it represents.
Would you like a dog biscuit?
You like a smack in the mouth, Chico?
His idea for... Spoiler alert, it was George that killed Nico, so he could be with the Countess, says Amiga. Oh my god, imagine if that's actually the story. That'd be nuts. Dougie says, didn't know that. It's a no for me. Verge, haha. Dougie. Sago. Imagine that's the story, guys.
Have you heard of a man named Karzak?
No? Who is he?
He's the reason we came to Claramonte. We think he's running a drug ring.
Well, I hope you find him, but I've never heard the name before.
Do you know who owned Condor Transglobal?
I've no idea.
I had nothing else to talk about.
We got George here rocking the shades. I'm liking the shades, George. Liking the shades.
Do you have any theories about this stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh.
Amiga says, let's check outside for a bit.
Take a look at this.
Let's do that.
Mon Dieu! Where did you get that kind of money?
It's not mine. I found that statement at Ubier's house. Take a look at this.
An eclipse of the sun. Why the sudden interest in astronomy?
I found the cutting in Ubier's house.
Apparently, it's only visible from Central America.
Take a look at this, Nico.
That's disgusting, George. Why are you carrying it around with you?
I don't know. I just can't seem to part with it. Guess what this is? Go on, guess.
It's wrought iron, probably from a chimney stack on an old stove.
Well, I suppose it could be. How did she know that?
My grandfather used to work in a foundry.
Would you like a biscuit?
Gourmet dog? Have you been eating those things, George?
Sure, they're great.
No way, seriously? Has George been eating the doggy biscuits?
Labano tells me he's been seeing a lot of you.
We meet sometimes for lunch, a drink. After you'd gone back to the States, I was pretty lonely, you know.
Lonely? You must have been desperate. Couldn't you just visit the zoo or something?
Oh, shit. Alright. And out we go. Let's check outside for a bit. Amiga says, what's wrong with eating dog biscuits? I mean, are dog biscuits safe for humans to eat? If they are safe for people to eat, then I guess there's nothing really wrong with it.
George Stobart, well, of all the...
Mrs. Henderson. Boy, this is some coincidence, huh?
When you've been married to a fruitcake like Dwayne as long as I have, you stop believing in coincidence.
I'd met Pearl and Dwayne on the other side of the globe in Syria. He was an army veteran who suspected he was working for the CIA, but wasn't sure. She was less obviously deranged.
That goat looks hungry, says Stem Cell. Hold on, is this the same lady from the first game? It is.
What brings you to Quaramonte, Pearl?
It's the same lady.
Just about anywheres. The market.
You
The same
drove
tourists. I
2,000
like that.
miles to go shopping?
Shopping is my role in the economy of the Great Design, George.
Are the... You know, I'm having flashbacks. I don't know if it's true or not, but... Is this lady like a secret agent? FBI undercover or something? That's what I'm thinking. Is she? I'm not sure.
Take a look at this news cutting, Pearl.
You'll have to read it to me, George. I left my specs in a gay bar in Santa Barbara.
Well, it's about an eclipse of the sun, which is due to occur in a few weeks' time.
You'd think the government would warn us about these kind of things.
It's not dangerous or anything. Apparently, the best place to view the eclipse is right here in Quaramonte.
Amiga says,
my.
hubby might be.
She didn't appear to be the slightest bit interested.
Stem Cell says, her husband Dwayne thinks he is.
Is Dwayne here with you, Mrs. Henderson?
Why, sure, I couldn't leave him home alone. Since Dwayne came back from the war, we couldn't bear to be apart.
So, where is he now?
We ain't speaking.
Look at this, Pearl. A tequila worm.
Don't you bring that thing anywhere near me, honey. I swear I'll scream like a hog on a hot plate.
What do you make of this statue, Pearl?
Ooh-wee, that's a spitting image of Dwayne's brother Sheridan. A little less body hair, maybe, but it's him all right.
What does this mean to you, Pearl?
What cute little
Dwayne
feathers.
is secretly
Well, if you had two of
Chuck
those, they'd
Norris,
sure make nice earrings.
says
This
Amiga.
isn't intended for frivolous personal adornment, Pearl.
Chuck
It's
Norris.
a dart, tipped with a fast-acting, muscle-numbing poison.
Pardon me, I stand corrected, honey.
Sometimes I got the feeling that communication with Pearl was like sending signals out into space. Maybe, if you waited long enough, you'd get an intelligent answer back. But it was a long shot.
You
What do you make of
guys
this stone, Pearl?
Oh, that's
ever remember the Chuck Norris
What's that thing
jokes?
supposed to be, a rabbit?
I believe it's a coyote.
Well, it sure is cute.
I was surprised she didn't ask me where she could buy one. Why aren't you speaking to Dwayne?
Because he's an old spoil sport sourpuss. I want to visit one of those
Amiga
old
says,
pyramid places.
loads
but
of them
Dwayne says
out
he has
there.
to stay in town.
Right. And you don't want to go on your own.
Well, there's no point
Yeah,
in
there's
going
so
to
many
the
of them.
pyramid if there's no one
So
around
many.
to take my picture.
When Chuck Norris does press-ups, he doesn't press himself up. He pushes the earth down. Pushes the earth down. That's one that I remember.
Is Dwayne still working for the CIA?
If he is, he doesn't know it. He's what they call a snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No, this is different. He used to think he worked for them, but the psychotherapy cured him of that. What he doesn't realize is that now he really does work for them. At least that's the way I understood it.
Chuck Norris versus the GOAT needs to happen. Oh yes, that would be an epic showdown, Stem Cell. Indeed. Gets his powers from his chest hairs, says Amiga. Stem Cell rather watch that than Paul versus Fury. Stem cell. Amiga. The ultimate battle.
Catch you later, Pearl.
Yeah, I might watch that Paul versus Fury after we finish up here. See what happens there. Hopefully it's not a fixed fight. Hopefully it's not. Let's see.
I had no more to talk to her about.
Nothing left here. I want to speak to Dwayne.
Hey, cheer up, guys.
See how Dwayne is doing.
Our pipe player has been arrested and thrown in jail.
Poor Miguel. He never broke the law in his life.
Alright.
Do you guys know anything about a total eclipse?
What is it?
It's like when the sun is hidden by the moon.
It's crazy.
My cousin Alfredo swears he saw it happen once. But that was after he stupidly consumed a cocktail of peyote and antibiotics.
Take a look at the design on this label.
I have seen that before.
Where?
There was a ship flying a flag just like that.
When did you see this ship?
3 months ago. It was here, at the docks.
What do you make of this little worm?
No good. It's dead.
Sure it's dead. You think I'd carry it around in my pocket if it wasn't? Have you seen anything like...
I, the hungry chief.
Why are you carrying that thing around with you, senor? Don't you know who it is?
Sure, it's Tezcatlipoca. But it's only a little carving.
It brings death, senor. Death and destruction.
Have you any idea what this is?
No, senor.
Me neither.
Would either of you guys care for a biscuit?
A dog biscuit, senor?
Are you trying to insult us?
No, really, they're good.
We'll take your word for it.
Why don't you try playing a tune to cheer yourselves up?
No, we should be looking for real jobs.
We could earn 10 times as much down the mines.
Stem cell
My
sales.
cousin Ramirez was
Peyote
earning 8 pesos an
and
hour.
antibiotics
Before
or
he
standard
lost his
night
legs
out
in the accident.
in Boscon, as it's known, down this way.
Tell me about the accident at the mine.
There was an explosion at Teoculcan. 30 miners were buried alive.
They got some of them out, though.
2 of them, including your cousin. And they left
Use the
half
idol
of it
last
behind.
because few people stop talking after that, says Verge999. Use the idol last. I see.
Why was Miguel put in jail?
For playing folk music.
What?
It's true, senor. He insisted on playing traditional Cuaramonte music, even though it's illegal.
What was the ship with the condor flag carrying?
I don't know, senor. We weren't allowed near the docks.
That's right. Usually we meet the ships when they tie up.
We play to the tourists.
Well, when the condor ship came in, we were told to go away.
Stem cell says good tip, Verge. Verge9999. Thank you for that tip. And as we investigate, what can we find out?
Do you have crabs?
No, only fish.
So you said use the idol last because few people stop talking after that. Use the idol last.
Nice fish.
Thanks.
If by some remote chance I ever need a fish, I'll be back.
Do you recognize this statue?
Si, senor. It is very, very bad luck. That is Tezcatlipoca, the Night Hunter.
I know, but I don't believe in luck.
That guy just suddenly shit himself.
You may not now, but you will.
The guy looked scared out of his wits.
Go away!
The guy shot himself.
Go away!
Alright. That's that.
Those things are gourds, aren't they?
Si.
Hey! Mind the footwear, lady.
I just realized there's a goat. Let's see what the goat is saying. The goat was a big deal in the first game. The Hungry Chief. The Night Hunter. Make up your minds, people. Sago 13. Why would a goat be talking?
Now, I like most animals, but experience had made me wary of goats, and cats, and dogs.
Yes, indeed, George. That's right.
Hi.
You wanna buy something?
No, not really.
I got cabbages. Buy a cabbage, senor.
I don't think so. I didn't come all this way to buy vegetables. Listen, have you heard of Condor Transglobal?
No. Buy a cabbage. I'll give you a discount on bulk purchases.
I'm not into cabbages.
Sago says, why would a goat be talking? Varge says, feed the goat.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Aye, Tezcatlipoca. Put it away, senor. Tezcatlipoca brings nothing but evil.
The poor guy was so freaked, he didn't even mention his cabbages.
Shit.
See ya.
Let's see what this guy has to say.
Hi there. What have you got for sale?
¿Qué?
I said, what have you got? Oh, never mind.
Maybe he has another pet name for Tezcatlipoca. Says Sago.
Hi. Lovely bread.
¿Qué?
Bread. Pan?
Sí, pan.
Maybe I'll come back later when I'm hungry.
So you said feed the goat. Do I have anything to actually feed the goat? Varge. I've spoken to this lady, haven't I? Maybe, maybe not.
Do you have to spit like that?
Si. You think I want to swallow that crap?
What I mean is, it can't be doing your business any good. I'm sure you'd sell a lot more gourds if you didn't.
Nobody ever complained before.
Okay, I can see I'm not getting through.
Ah.
I wasn't gonna get anything out of the gourd lady except spit.
Spit. bit. Yeah, that goat looks starving. He'll probably eat anything. Annoying goats. Say stem cell. Is that so? Then let us try this. Let's try. Nothing. I think I've spoken to everyone.
I decided to leave it.
Alright, George. Let's leave it. Slide all the way to the right. Police station.
Hey, Nico!
Police station. You already have what you need to feed the hungry goat. I do?
With the mine closed down, there'll be no one around to observe your excavations.
I do have what I need
I have visitors.
to feed the goat.
Just remember what I told you, General. There's really no need to make a martyr out of that man.
What's up with this guy's cheesy smile?
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, senor. Welcome to Quarmonte.
Thanks. My name's George Stobart from California.
But what is this? An angel come down to earth.
Nicole Collard. Enchanté, mon général.
Well, that's just great.
Pardon me, senorita, but I couldn't help myself.
Look, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
You've come to the right place, senor. Tourist information. General Graciento, at your service.
Amiga says. You already have... no, Amiga says, that's not all the way to the right. You didn't feed the goat. Feed the goat. Okay, so... let's see. It's quite a lot to go through here, so I can actually feed the goat, guys. Let's go feed the goat. And then we'll come back here.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Sorry about that. Alright,
You came on a little strong with the general.
I was merely flattering his ego, George. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Maybe. But that guy's weakness isn't in his foot.
George and the goat can form a coalition, says Stem Cell. Really? But how? Okay, so I've tried this. Let's try it once more. Nope. The panties. The dart. He's not going to eat the doggy biscuits. That was the most likely one. That was the most likely one. The coal?
What was that? It's a lump of lucky coal. A coal? I would have preferred chocolate. Any flavor, so long as it hasn't got marzipan in it. God, I hate marzipan. You can talk. I mean, you're a talking goat. Keep your voice down. This is between you and me, right? Well, I guess so. Now,
No way.
I mean it. You tell anyone you've spoken to me, and you'll be cursed.
No way, guys. The goat is actually talking. Well, I absolutely did not expect that. That was a complete surprise to me. Sago says, he's spot on though. Anything as long as it's not marzipan. Wow. Okay, so let's do something again. Oh, that's it. Give the coal. No, that. Nothing else. Varge says, next goal, feed the goat some marzipan chocolate. Slide all the way to the right past the door. Marzipan is the devil's butt nuggets. Says Stem Cell. Verge. Kidding, you can go on with the adventure. You know, guys, I'm not even sure what marzipan even is. Well, looks like we found Dwayne. Okay. Who's the man?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
I thought that face was familiar. Remember me, George? Dwayne Henderson.
Sure I do.
This here's my pal, Bertrand. He's an archaeologist.
Pleased to meet you.
What do you think of this?
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
Of course. It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
Do you see this label?
Yes. It refers to a company named Condor. What of it?
I traced that company here to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
What do you make of this statue?
Oh yes. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of Darkness.
A Central American god, right?
A supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means literally...
I should have shown that last. I just remembered. I forgot.
See the mirror shield in his left hand? The Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims. And victims they gave him by the thousand.
Human sacrifices?
Men, women, children, animals, anything that bled. The steps of his temple ran red with the blood of sacrifices. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale.
That statue seems to be something everybody's scared of. And it kind of reminds me of the statue from the movie The Exorcist. I don't know if you guys have seen that. In the beginning of the,
Would you like a
the
biscuit?
movie, there's
No,
a
thank
statue.
You should, they're good.
It looks quite scary.
I can't get enough of these things.
Did he just eat the doggy biscuit? George just ate the doggy biscuit, didn't he?
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for
Amiga
Karzak,
says
I
yup.
wouldn't be here.
What?
He's financing my expedition.
Okay, Dwayne, what do you think of these?
What do you think of these panties, Dwayne?
Lord, hot stuff, George. You buy those for your girl?
No, a guy we knew in Paris bought them for her.
Oh, you're a threesome then. Why are you looking at me like that, George?
Forget it. Do you know anything about a shipping company called Condor Transglobal?
I never heard of it, son.
Would you like to borrow my lucky piece of coal, Dwayne?
What's so lucky about it?
Well, we made it to Quaramonte in one piece.
When you've been here a few days, you won't look on that as luck.
Would you like a biscuit, Dwayne?
Oh no, those gourmet dog snacks bring me out in a rash.
You've tried them?
They were on special offer. Pearl bought a whole crate. When I asked her if she was thinking of keeping a dog too, she just laughed.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Hell no. Pearl did the driving while I followed the maps. The way she handled the wheel, you'd think she'd been trucking half her life.
Did Dwayne say he's got a bunch of those doggy biscuits? Did I hear that right?
What's in the truck, Dwayne?
Oh, just camping equipment. Sleeping bags and tents. Me and Pearl always hankered after a taste of the great outdoors.
Aren't you worried about camping out in a tropical jungle?
We had a trial run in West Virginia. This'll be a breeze in comparison.
I spoke to Pearl earlier.
Yeah? Did she mention that we had a kind of falling out?
Yes, she did.
She'll get over it.
Did you know that traditional music is illegal in Caramonte?
Is that so? Seems reasonable to me.
No, really. The leader of the band in the square has been imprisoned just because of the music he played.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but that fella, Miguel, he's an agitator.
What's the real reason the musician was imprisoned?
Handed out subversive literature at the mines. That so-called general was waiting for Miguel when he got back into town. Marched him off to jail at gunpoint on a charge of inciting a riot.
Stem Cell UK says, West Virginia, Mountain Mama.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Sounds like a comic book villain to me, son.
He's the man behind Condor, and the rat who kidnapped Nico.
You know, the first time I met you, I was deeply impressed with your naive simplicity. I said to Pearl, if we ever had kids, I would have wanted a boy like George. But I underestimated you, son.
Look at the cheesy smile on this guy's face. Look at the size of it.
Do you think the general was involved with Condor?
Hell no. And if he's a general, I'm a Buddhist. No, that fella's just a mouthpiece for the real power in Quaramonte.
So the general is nothing but a puppet?
He's like Pinocchio before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy. Strictly strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother. Better known as La Presidenta, the dictator.
Amiga says, I've been trying for years to get my missus to play Broken Sword so I can enjoy watching, giving clues, read this out, hack and slash, and say, Alison, you'll really enjoy this game. She can hear. Alison, your husband, your partner loves this game, and everybody over here is so enthusiastic about this game because it's for a reason. This is one of the best point and click games that you can play, and I highly recommend it.
Are you still working for you know who?
Who's that, George? You know I'm retired.
Oh, nothing. Forget it. I confused you with somebody else.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Amiga says, oh, the look I got. Thanks, bro. No problem. Oh man, you're a funny guy, Amiga. Okay. Let's see. Another person there, perhaps, says Amiga. Cell window.
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the jail. It was Miguel, the pipe player. Hey, Miguel! He didn't hear me.
Stem Cell says,
Cell was vacant.
Go on, Alison. Give it a shot. You've got the best guide ever by your side. Exactly. Amiga
The cell was
is
vacant.
an awesome guide. The best. Right.
There was a forlorn-looking guy asleep on the floor of the jail. It was Miguel, the pipe player.
Amiga says, oh, the looks and little grins I'm getting. You don't cog this up, Alison says Sago. Right. I've done everything here. The looks you're getting, Amiga. Oh look, there's some more. We have more. Unexplored area.
Hi, I'm George Stobart.
I mean, it's just so weird to show someone panties as the first thing. But let's just do it anyway, what the hell.
What do you think of these panties?
Awesome. You wear them?
No, someone sent them to my girlfriend.
Thoughtful.
The guy says, awesome, you wear them?
Have you heard about the eclipse of the sun?
Sure, I'm having a party to celebrate it. Drop by.
Really?
Sure. Plenty of food, plenty of wine, and everyone's invited, except the general.
Do you recognize the design on this label?
Why, sure. That's the Condor Transglobal Shipping Company logo.
Do they have an office in Quaramonte?
No, but they ship out from here.
That's what I thought.
Sago says, oh, you can tell it's the original when the sound quality goes out the window for some conversation. It's all part of the retro experience. The sound quality going off. It's all part of the retro experience.
Why don't you want the general at your party?
Because if he comes, he'll bring those damned music albums from the 70s.
Can you tell me anything
Amiga
about
says
this
true,
stone?
Sago.
That's obsidian. It's a volcanic rock which has cooled so fast that...
Yeah. Look, I'm not interested in geology.
You're not. I suppose you want to know about the carved picture on it.
That's right.
Then the guy you should talk to is the professor. He's over there, talking to the bozo in the truck.
Sago says, hey man, nothing wrong with music from the 70s.
What can
Nothing
you
at
tell me
all.
about the mining company?
The general closed down one of their mines after the explosion.
I like music from the
Lost their
80s.
lives. I was lucky. I only lost my legs.
Did you see the ship with the condor flag?
No.
But the dock is just the other side of the square.
Stem
Might as
cell.
well be the other side of the moon.
Some of the dialogue does sound like it was recorded through a sock. Amiga says, born in 78 here.
Do you know what this statue represents?
Should do. I used to carve things like that to sell to tourists. But it
Dougie,
scared people
75
around here,
here.
so I stopped.
So you guys, Dougie and Amiga, you guys were like kind of teenagers in the 80s. That would have been really awesome. I was born in 87. So I was only in the 80s for 3 years. Don't really remember much, but it was the 90s which I grew up in. But for yous, it was the 80s which yous grew up in, and that'd be really interesting because I really like things from the 80s. Really into stuff from the 80s. The movies, the music. It's awesome.
I had nothing more to say.
Sago, born in 86, but some of the best music was definitely made before my time. Stem Cell says 85 for me. With you there, bro. Amigo. So am I done with this guy? I must be done.
I had nothing more to say.
Stem Cell says, my parents were massive hippies, so was brought up with mostly 60s and 70s music. Nice. Yeah, stuff from back in the day is just really amazing. Amiga says, I still feel 20, act probably younger if you were to ask my wife. Ask the wife. You're as old as you feel. Right. Dougie says ditto.
Hey, Nico! Hi, I'm George Stobart.
Hello, senor. How can I help you?
You know anything about this eclipse?
No, senor. El General keeps me in the dark about most things.
Amiga says, yeah, it's really strange to think that in just 5 years I'll be 50. Well, you know, at your age, Amiga, I'm in better shape than most 18-year-olds. Yeah, Amiga, I've seen your pictures on Facebook and the shape that you're in is unbelievable, man. Honestly, it's really inspiring. It makes me want to work out as well.
Would you like a
Honestly,
gourmet
well
dog
done for
snack
the
biscuit?
I would love one,
for the
senor,
dedication.
but I would have a problem with my teeth.
Toothache?
No, senor. If the general catches me eating on duty, he'll knock them out.
Are there any ancient pyramids near Quaramonte?
Si, senor. But it's not very impressive. It's in ruins.
That's perfect. Would you be willing to give a guided tour of the ruins?
I can't. The general would have a fit if I left all this paperwork.
Amiga says, qualified PT, always free advice on diet and training available for you for free whenever, bro. Amiga, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that, man. And I might take you up on that offer at some point. Thank you very much.
I'd like to visit your prisoner.
Condemned prisoners aren't allowed visitors.
Condemned?
To death. He is to be executed. Knowing my luck, I will probably have to shoot him myself.
Amnesty International is going to hear about this. I thought Miguel was arrested for playing the wrong kind of music.
Si, senor, he was.
Stem cell, that's
and that
awesome,
carries
man.
the death penalty?
No. You think we're crazy? While being questioned, he confessed to being an anti-government agent.
Who is that guy talking to the general?
Professor Oubier? I don't know. I never saw him before.
That was Oubier?
Carajo!
Don't worry, I won't tell the general you told me. Do you recognize this statue?
Tezcatlipoca.
Tezcatlipoca.
Take
Oh no.
it away, senor. That stone is cursed.
So long.
That's what's done with him. Sago says, I definitely need to get off my ass. Besides playing disc golf, I haven't been very active the past decade. You know, I used to play. First of all, you played disc golf. That's freaking awesome, man. I've only ever seen that on YouTube videos and stuff like that. Disc golf. That seems like a really interesting, fun thing to play. I like throwing frisbees. I got one of those Aerobee frisbees not too long ago, but I ended up throwing it so far I just lost it. It goes really far. Sago says, Amiga says, all you. Sago, it's a great sport. Amiga, all you guys are welcome anytime, just message me. What's disc golf? I've not heard of that. Stem cell, from what I believe, disc golf is when you throw a frisbee and there's like a basket, which is like the hole. In actual golf, it's like a basket or something. And you have to throw the frisbee and try to get it in that basket. And it's like a golf course shape area you're in. Sago says, Frisbee golf. Stem cell, that's... Doogie says, nice one, Amiga. That sounds really cool. Yeah, Amiga, thank you for the advice on fitness. Because if anyone, you're the best guy. I've seen pictures of this guy. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Very inspirational.
Do you know anything about the forthcoming eclipse, General?
Such things do not interest me, senor.
You're welcome, Amiga.
Take a look at this label.
Si, senor. Condor Transglobal.
Can you tell me where to find their offices?
No, senor. I never heard of them, and neither did Ronaldo.
The lady at the mining company told us a ship belonging to Condor was here recently.
Conchita Garcia is
Sago.
crazy. If there had been a ship,
I'm gonna...
you think I wouldn't have noticed?
I'm gonna finish this conversation, and then I'm gonna hit the save, and that's gonna be it for today.
What do you think of these panties, General?
Oh boy, fabuloso!
They're yours if you'll tell me all you know about Tarzan.
Tarzak? I never heard of him. Do I get the panties now? I told you all I know.
You told me nothing. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
That's a native carving, isn't it? Where did you get it?
We picked it up in the market as a souvenir.
Would you like a biscuit?
Are you trying to bribe me?
Well, every man has his price.
Mine is more than a dog cookie, Senor Stobart.
Are there any ruins around the city?
Of course, Senor. Quaramonte has everything.
I have a friend who wants to visit an historical site.
Ronaldo will only be too pleased to conduct a guided tour. When he's dealt with today's paperwork, of course.
Is it true there's a restriction on music in Quaramonte?
Yes, there is. An emergency measure introduced by Nuestra Senora.
Folk music is a link with the past for some of these people. Take away their musical roots and what do they got left?
Easy listening.
You think easy listening could replace a musical heritage hundreds of years old?
Why not? It happened in your country.
Amiga says, there's the fabuloso. Yeah, that darn thing called work in the morning definitely could do with a lazy, broken sword day.
I hear there was an accident at the mine a few months ago.
That's correct.
A lot of men killed, weren't there?
A few.
30?
Barely 1% of the working
Sago,
population.
oh snap.
This is the tourist office? It says police on the sign outside.
It is both, senor. I am a man of many parts.
I can see that, General.
Are you sure you never heard of Condor?
Oh, yes.
The company is registered here in Quaramonte City.
You are mistaken, senorita.
The musicians out in the square say that a ship flying the Condor flag was birthed here.
They are simple peasants. They will go along with anything you say in the hopes of parting you from your money.
Condor is
Amiga says, let's do a
again,
second hack and slash
Tarzak
can stream
has
for
nothing to do
the
with
day.
anything called Condor, whoever he is.
Do you keep a record of companies registered in Quaramonte?
Of course, senorita. Unfortunately, all the records were destroyed by a flash flood.
I'll be back.
And there we go. And let us do a little save. Quaramonte. Let's just make another one. Just to be safe. And guys, it has been an absolute pleasure once again continuing the original version of Broken Sword 2. I'm really glad that we're going through the original version, getting that full nostalgic feel for the original version is something I'm getting which I wasn't getting as much of from playing the remastered version. But going through it here today has been an absolute pleasure to all of you. Amiga says, well, another great evening with you all. Hope you all have a great week ahead and shall catch you on the next one. Same man, says Sago. Doogie, happy days guys. Thank you, Hack and Slash. Have a good Monday all. Doogie, you have a fantastic night and have a great Monday as well. Sago, hope you all have a great week. I should be able to tune in all days except Tuesday. No problem, Sago. You have a fantastic week as well. And you guys enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever you do. I'm going to go chill out, get something to eat. And I'll keep you guys updated in the Facebook group about when I'm continuing this story of George Stobart and Nico Collard in Quaramonte, finding out more information on everything. Take care guys, and have a great night. Varge999, good night guys.